I don't think so.
Well, I'm going to the store. Do you want to come or do you want to go? It's your choice. No big deal. Perfectly fine. You know what?
Was it
your choice? I'm not mad.
Was it because of William?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because then if
Doesn't matter, Ben.
If you wanted to go and it was nasty, you wouldn't put your feelings. I mean, yeah, actually, you want to go? Okay. You're always welcome to come when I invite any of the kids to go. It's only fair because Gabby shouldn't be the only one to be able to go to the store, right? Mm-hmm. Or do you want to stay? Yeah. Yes.
Welcome everyone to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans.
Before you get your jacket on, come here.
Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Here, come here.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to embarrass you if that was.
No, he did that on purpose.
Okay.
We talked about this morning.
What?
I didn't want to embarrass him if he.
Yes, I did. I told you the t-shirt was inside out. Yeah, and you said.
And the Spartans will kick it away first.
That's all he did. He go, okay.
Was it fair for me to talk him privately?
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return.
For what?
So Iowa's offense will have the opening possession.
That is fine.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the give off the left side. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Quickly to the tight end. And they get to him
and
really knock
funny.
him down to prevent a big gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break up.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Spartans offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need
And
to
a
put this
banana.
losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job
What
of being
happened?
patient. And I think the guys around him also
you okay?
have to step up as well. They need to
Are
run
you
the
okay?
football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Buys a little time. Caught near the sticks. It's Pena. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job.
That's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Hawkeyes are on the move. Gives it on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. The play action fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires complete on the crosser. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. We've reached a break, and Michigan State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the rolling down. He goes at the 39.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He's going to run it. Gets down with the slide.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by a field goal over Tulane.
To the air on first down.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Turning it on. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that does. That reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The hand to the running back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves him with 3rd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Dropping back, it's Bush. Quickly complete. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He caught it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Spartans did Didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running.
He's going for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man.
I just looked at the feet were in the air.
I was going to get the cheese balls and then I ate it.
And that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. And a nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So it needs some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Bush. Under fire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense in the lead.
Breaks into the open. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
You all right?
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Okay. Just checking up on you.
To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Sparty! And they take it in for 6 more points. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires
Williams upstairs.
To find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was
Gabby, Sabrina, and Gabe.
Because the blocking was outstanding.
If she wants to.
Yeah, you want to go bye-byes?
Want to go bye-byes or stay home?
I'm picking up Mr. Richie.
Want to go pick up Mr. Richie?
That sold it.
Okay. All right.
That way it's just you and Ben.
Have fun.
Let's go get dressed.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. To the air. It's Barnett. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. Wide open makes the catch. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Got it in the middle. It's Parker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fears the pressure. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack.
The next time the offense gets down at this point in the field, they need to run the football, because this is what's happening when they're trying to throw it in back-to-back plays. 2 negative plays in a row, not good.
All right, bye.
Third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture.
That's fine.
A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw, it's Bush. Here's a Heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Oh, the ball's out on the return. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Collier. Pulled down for the tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Finds his target down the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You got to be so careful, too, David. It's on 3rd and long. They're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Bringing the heat. Heaves it on the run. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's got him. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back on this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man, getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He uncorks one deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The give to the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And they found the big fella again. And they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Running behind that left side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll try the run. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're
turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Barnett. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They are easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The Spartans are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And the Spartans are marching down the field. Back to throw, it's Bush. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Spartans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College.